Hiyo. It's an evening stream. Hi, world. Did you miss me today? Maybe. It's been one hell of a day. Everybody has tested me to the max. Thanks for saying hello. It's pretty cool. Interesting. No doubt. Very interesting. I was going to stream earlier. Yes. But I got caught up in my little side project thingy. Dude. All right. Listen here. A little while ago, I was outside setting up the computer and things. And like I heard a yelling of some kind from the house across from me, right? And a kid came running out the back door to the side of his house, and he went and held his ears shut with his hands. And I remember I heard a man's voice really loud saying, "Get the fuck over here and beat you up." I was like, or some shit like that. And then I looked up, and the little kid's ducking down, and I was like, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Didn't feel like he was okay. Then the mama comes out and walks up and slowly and sees me, and then she walks up to the kid. She says, "Come on, son, we have to go back inside." And I'm like, red flag, red flag. Someone needs to look into that one. That doesn't feel right. Don't sit well. That one don't sit well anyway. What the fuck is that? Somebody listening to football or something. Yep. And some of these children live a rough fucking life. Even though I heard everything. I didn't listen. It makes me nervous and scared now. It's going to be behind closed door number 1. Shall we find out? I don't feel like finding out, to be honest with you. Oh, and one day we'll meet again. Was where? I feel so fucking trapped now. Everywhere I turn. Like, I have to make my stuff in secret. Like, I literally have to put tarp to get privacy around my deck. I understood what went on around me. And you know what? I could probably give two shits anymore. So when that lady came over and she was driving past me on that road, was it 61? And she, yeah, obviously. And I was like, how the fuck are y'all doing this? How is this even humanly possible? And then I go down the road, turn on 40, and I turn around, I do a U-turn, and I look, and I'm like, okay, hello? Guess people like me exist. Obviously. It makes me even weary about what else is out there, even on the screen, which is kind of strange as well. But hello, world. In a real, literal sense. I get it. Not the average bitch. Not your normal. And I could be like, an empty room. Like I was starting to watch this movie. What was it called? Dread, right? And we put it on there, and it was all right and everything in the beginning. And then I was like, no. When I came to that part where that bitch was in there, no. I had to turn the shit off. Same shit. It bothered me. Right, dude? Bothers me. Not just that. There's a lot of factors. Even wherever I go. It don't matter. I get it. But I'm not going to comply. Because it's scary. I mean, wouldn't it freak you the fuck out too? Just a little bit. I know it would. Like right now. Shall we see who that one is? spooky. Not the ordinary. I don't like it. I don't like being here. I don't like being stuck. That's what it is. Stuck. Should I let them do what they want to do? Allow it to go on. Remember the time I say, if I'm not streaming for more than 2 days, you obviously know what happened. Not a joke. There are plenty of things that are out of this world. There is no explanation. So this was an evening stream. And if you just came on here, or if you're already on here, I'm pretty sure you're already on here right now anyway. Like that. So cold. A world of empty. Yes, indeed. Symplobe Tobe. What's up? Fuck, I feel like a freak of nature. Well, what the fuck do I do? Should I run away? Hide myself from the rest of the world? Like an accidental mutation. Like that. All your radios. Electronics. Metal. Thanks for stopping in. Locations. You tell me what this is. I sure want to know. So confused. And who I should listen to anymore. Or if it's another trap. Should I follow y'all again to another trap? It's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. Oh, this is real. Most definitely real. How to use it can be tricky. That's also the weird. The hell? Since everybody's made me into something, why not be one of them? Why not? I mean, I already got the ability to detect every person that surrounds you or thinks about you at all. And the ability to respond to certain telepathy. Not everything. Just a few things. So I thought to myself, what if I use this to my advantage? And such pretty little birds. I know I was just told to stop. So maybe I should stop talking about it on my stream. So I'll stop talking about it on the stream now. Just know I'm waiting. You come to me first, not vice versa. Then I will give you something so out of this world. Until then, I will continue to ignore. Oh, I get it. But it's not fair. So I'll end this stream now. We're lazy. It was productive, all right. I go up front and practice my beliefs that people condone. No, it's not the devil. And if you think I grow horns on my head, you're a fucking idiot. I'm just saying. That is the funniest shit I've ever heard of. No, we're gonna keep the stream going for just a little bit longer. It's just fuck. So yeah, I didn't mean to pry into the neighbor's business, but when the man was yelling at the top of his lungs, "Come over here and beat your ass!" I mean, that's a dead giveaway. And the kid runs out, holding his head, crouching. I want to come over here and check that out, Popo. That one right over there. I want the white truck. That one's kind of bad. I love hearing the birds and bugs chirping. Yeah, there's a couple of pigeons out here. Occasionally they'll come up here and land on the like that. Land on the railing and stuff. Of course, I'm always outside most of the time, so I'm guessing they're trusting me. Right. And we're not doing this on stream at the moment. It's weird. It's nighttime hours. It's 7:38 p.m. I was biking with pigeons on handlebar and hands. Only 2 of them out here that live out here on the tree out here. There's 2 of them. They're really friendly. You hear them now. And they have these lovely, what do they call those? One looked best white one. No, these are kind of like a gray color. So I'm not sure what kind of breed of pigeons, but they make the pigeon noise. So maybe I don't know. Others, so only she could sit on my hand. Here. Thanks for trying, no. But I'm not interested on the online thingy. But yes, I got the gist. So I was looking like the cool guy with only the best looking pitch. That That's funny. Keep my business out of people's business. I think they know that I heard them bitching about some bitching stuff. Dude, if you're gonna treat your fucking kids like that, man. I mean, I've been known to yell myself at my own children, but not like that. That was wild. Gull sat on my shoulder. Usually they don't. Oh. I know, it was muted. My daughter was out here and she doesn't like to be heard on the stream very often. Big and strong they are. Pigeons are cool. Other they're on the porch. Yeah, they do. There's only I see there's only 2 out here, and they're very friendly. Those 2. The cardinals out here, like the redbirds, have been actually pretty friendly as well. Apparently, they'll come and I always put the bird feed in the bird feeder, like fill it up, and they will eat the hell out of it. Yes, they will. I don't know. They have a game night here on Wednesdays. Do you think I should go again, try again to make some friends out here? Or do you think it's a bad idea? More trouble, right? What do you think? They're older than me, though. I feel like, yeah. What should I do? Should I do it? But on the plus side, I'm too cool to try to make friends. Go for it. That's why you're lonely. But they're older. Like they're like fucking 50s and shit. And I'm sitting there like, do you play bridge? And I'm like, my mother played bridge. I don't know how to play bridge. I know a little bit of it, not a whole bunch about the game. You like chats, right? Just a little bit. Only because my mom was trying to make me play with her. Also, Mom, this is boring. Oh, fuck you, Lobdo. Thanks. I'm just saying. I'm not saying like I'm not saying there's age limitations. I'm just saying that. What is it, Duke? What are you growling at? Somebody there? Go get him. Go get him. The dog listens to me. All I gotta do is say, go get him. And he's on it like fucking. That's why I love my dog. He's a very protective dog. You're in your 50s. I don't care how old you are. But man, think about it. Okay? Think about this. You go in a room, dogs attack people walking by. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. That's the best dog I've ever owned in my whole life. I swear. And if like, there was one point that somebody actually had the balls to come to my door and open the front door and waltz inside when we were watching TV, and the dog was like, bam, right at the door. Dude, shut the door, ran down the road. Don't get tapped by my fucking dog. That's my bodyguard. He's a good boy. Very protective of his family members. They give such a bad rep for pit bulls. Shouldn't. No, he don't attack people walking by, though. He'll bark, but he won't attack anybody. No, I'm not drunk. I have some wine, but I'm not drunk. No. Yeah, somebody just waltzed right in one day. We're watching TV, we're in the living room, fucking watching a movie. And all of a sudden, somebody straight up just opens the door. I don't know if he was drunk. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Straight up opens the door, waltzes in, jets right the fuck back out as soon as the dog jumped off the couch. Oh, hell yeah, that dog's protective. It saved my life, our family's life, many times. That dog don't play stupid. And even if you would bring your own dog, quote, into the yard, no, I don't think so. Dude ran down the road after that. That was not an usual thing that people do. But, like, even if there's another dog and somebody's walking the dog, per se, like a couple weeks back, it was to try to make friends with my dog. Think twice. Just because there's another dog doesn't mean my dog won't get your ass. Just saying. Just because there's a female dog doesn't mean you're not a stranger. He'll get your ass if he don't know you. Even if you have another dog with you, he'll get you. Especially if you get on their on somebody's, like, my property or something, he will get your ass. Good boy said, no, I didn't teach him that one. That's a good one. No, I didn't teach him that. But I did teach him, hey, protect the family, like, he just knows. It's an instinct thing with the dogs. He can tell immediately if you're good or bad. And if you're family members and I invite you in the home, or our friends invite you in and you're friends, well, then he'll know. He's not going to jump up and start barking and growling and, Yeah, it's going to be trusted. He won't do that. Like if I invite you in. But if you come inside uninvited or into the yard uninvited for no reason, well, of course he's going to fucking go nuts. No, he's not going to snap. No, not my dog. I raised him right. That's people that beat the shit out of their dogs. Raising them wrong. Right, Duke? If I don't think it's a good thing and I don't feel comfortable and my dog's around me, right? And you're not welcome here and I don't feel safe, and if somebody approaches me and I don't know you, well, fuck yeah, I'm going to tell my dog to get him. Yes, see? Then you know. Yes, it depends on how you raise your animals. Don't give pit bulls a bad rep. Lots of people do, though. It's because they raised them wrong. It can be the best friend and best family pet you've ever had. I mean, even the neighbor across the way back over there in the corner, they have a fucking pit. Never a half a year or... he's pretty good trained dog. I've pretty much give him his leniency, but I also make sure he listens to me. He's almost 5 years old now. Well, about 5 now already. I think it's safe to say he's an okay dog. He's not even fixed. I didn't want him to get fixed. I wanted him to have his testosterone, so it makes a good guard dog, you know? It does. I think these people across the street over here, when I talked about their kid, I think I called them in on something, but I didn't. But I'm keeping an eye out because that kind of made me nervous. That kid running outside scared to shit. No kid should run outside scared shitless like that. I take mine to the bar. Do they even allow dogs and bars? I think they do over here. It's just not allowed. That. Yeah, they call me out. Shit, I want to go to the fucking bar. But no. I have no way of getting home. This dad doesn't drive drunk. That would get me in some serious trouble. Fucking can't even order food out here, though. Pizza don't deliver here. I'm telling you, we're in the middle of boondocks here. Pizza no delivery. They are ESA approved. They can go everywhere with me. What's ESA mean? So like a support dog for you? I can see that. Oh, see? There you go. Emotional support animal. Yeah, not mine. muscle on him so people can walk by our house safely. He has a shock collar on him. So if he goes a certain spot, it'll beep before he gets, electrocuted, zapped. So he only goes so far in the yard. It's trained that way, so he doesn't just up and he wouldn't do that anyways if you walked on the fucking road. He'll look at you funny and everything, but he won't do nothing. As long as you don't go on the property, he don't do nothing. You can't be crazy. You have to train. Yeah, you had to train him. He's not crazy. He's a good boy. Right, Duke? Come here, Duke. Duke! Lick it. Come here. This is like Duke. Come here. He's a good boy, aren't you? He's a good boy. That's my boy. They can't. If a battery can run out. Oh, there's replacements. Plus, if I ever really, really needed to, I made my own battery. It doesn't matter if the battery died on his collar anyway. Yeah, he's a good dookie. Yeah, but if he goes over that borderline, of course he's going to get shocked. Right, babies? He knows. He's overdue for an outdoor treat, too, like outdoors going somewhere. I haven't done that in a minute. But every time I want to leave or go somewhere, he's all in the car like, let's go. Mom, take me. Let's go for a ride. He loves it. He's actually a very people-friendly person when he's walked around in public. It's just when he's at home, he's on his protective mode. That's what he's supposed to do. Hi, if you just showed up in here. Stream is not longer than it's supposed to, but it's okay. It's Friday. Fucking Friday. My dad, he has... Oh, who's on the stream now? Yeah, he's a mama boy. Fried hay. What's that supposed to mean? No, I told him, I said, you're going to be baked like a piece of chicken if you go too far. And he don't go any further. Get that. Yeah, he's my babies. It's a Friday. Yes. It's fucking Friday. And we're drinking wine tonight. Oh no. What's going to happen tonight? Oh shit. Nothing much. Now, it'd be a different story if we had tequila in the picture. Then we're in trouble. Then the stupid trouble starts happening. Actually, let's see who's on stream today. Now that I fucking said it. I actually can add them on my stream, which is pretty nice. Nobody I really want to hang out with. It's all good. It's red wine. I don't really like white wine. I like the dark wines. White is really sweet. I'm not a fan. Definitely not a fan. Oh, so many people on here right now. Hello, world. Interesting. So, don't even know. Didn't even. Yeah, it's red. Thank you for stopping on my stream and stop doing that stuff. I'll be right back. Go to the All right, it's getting dark, isn't it? Look, it's getting dark. Oh my god, it's really dark. I need to get a candle. Should I get a candle? While not all white wines are sweet in general, they provide more base sweetness than red wines, which are typically known for their bitterness. Oh, this is Cabernet. It's one of my favorite ones. Neighbors. It's Cabernet. It's my favorite. Like, ever since I said something about that kid, these people have all their lights on. Like, it. You can see from fucking can't. Like, all their fucking lights on. Let me go get a candle. Yeah, we're drinking some Cabernet. So if things happen out of the ordinary, I'm so sorry. You had to suffer. It's Friday. It's fucking Friday. And it's a half a moon. You know what that means? I got firewood. I'm about to light this motherfucker. Okay, like the only reason we haven't went up front yet is because my laptop is charging. Kathy was not happy with Kid, I think. Uh-oh. Mother's like, well, yeah, on a Friday. It's Friday night. Shit. So we're going to do on a Friday night. Guess what we're going to do? I bought firewood. You know what that means? Fire dancing. Should we do that? Should we do fire dancing? No. We're going to go light the fire up front. To be honest with you, originally the fire pit was supposed to be in the backyard. But there's so many overhanging trees that I was afraid that if I lit it and it got too dry, that it would all burn up to oblivion. And everybody would be having like some wild forest fires out here. And so I was like, no, we're not going to put the fire fucking out in the backyard. We're going to bring it to the front yard. No, it's true. Let's see here. Oh, it's the battery. It's fully charged. I'm taking this shit out front. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Like I said, it's fucking happened. Let's go. Obviously, a lot of people realize this. Alright. Walk down the fucking back porch. Ugh, with the laptop in my hand. Can't see shit. Look at this. You guys can't see shit either, can you? Out here. That's why I like that. You can see the stars. I use my telescope. It's awesome. Fucking awesome. I think a high school is having a football game. I hear band instruments. Here, listen. Y'all hear that? That's gotta be what that is. I know you hear it. I can hear it. You can hear it. I made fired. Okay. What is that supposed to mean? All right, let me put this drink down. Yeah, you hear that? Ew, Loeb. What the fuck, man? I move the seats over here. Put this on the pink chair out of the front. Let me go get something to light this shit with. Get some tinder to go with it. Okay, so all I got for fucking Tinder is paper. So you gotta bear with me here. It's Castaway reference from the movie. I seen that movie. That was like one of his best movies he's ever made. Hey, Haas. What's up? We're lighting a fire up. So bear with me. I'm putting pieces of paper in there balled up. That's all I got for Tinder. Well, I hear a band playing at a fucking school. Y'all hear it? It's a marching band of some kind. Originally, this fire was meant for other purposes, as in my beliefs, but that's okay. I'll still count that as one as well. You know. All right, let me get the lighter. Here you go. Let's light this shit up. If it'll light. I don't have any like lighter fluid, so maybe I should just like fuck. Wait, what do you say? What'd you say on there? Fire dance time. Neighbor's drummer. Oh, that's actually the school is like way up there. So I'm assuming a football game's going on. I'm gonna have to get something to light this up. Because I don't have any more lighter fluid. I'm definitely not using gasoline to burn fucking air off. Hold on. Alright, I got the alcohol from the bathroom, the rubbing alcohol. Let's see if this does anything. Alright, got some on it. Gotta work, right? I mean, fuck. Gotta be torch and pitchforks, and that's what it is. Alcohol. Torch. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work, y'all. There's some dry wood too. I don't know if it is. We're trying. I'm working on it. Oh, this ain't working in my favor. Dry wood too, so I don't know. So I should just pour it on there. I don't know if it's gonna work, to be honest with you. No. I tried. Although there is one other option. And I haven't tried yet. This is dangerous. Dangerous as fuck. Don't try this at home, kids. Acrylic enamel spray. Don't try this at home. You'll die. Just saying. You'll die if you do that. Don't do what I did. Try it again. Watch me blow up my fucking face. Very flammable shit there. But I got another idea. Guess what else I have? Wait. Drums far away at school nearby. Maybe they use a sound system as a big one. No. They're just the big fight drums. I'm going to go over here and get my blowtorch. That'll work. Alright. Now we got the fucking blowtorch. This shit always works. No matter what. If it fails, this is where you go to. Right? Ain't joke. Here we go. I'm gonna fire this thing up. There you go. There's your fire. Wait, gotta do this side. It's kind of cold after that one. Hey. That took a minute, didn't it? Holy shit. We fucking got our fire going, didn't we, with a blowtorch? Look at this shit. Hey, it's still not all the way up. Keep going. Go over here, light this motherfucker over here. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget this. This little piece of wood there. We're missing one. Fuck the tenders. It worked great. There we go. Your best friend. I don't know how long it's going to stay lit, but I mean, wait, it's actually not doing too well. Let me see if I can do something about that. Stop. There it goes. Okay, now let me go get my cup of wine. Let me go get my chair. Y'all can sit on the bench. I'm going to put on the chair here. There's my chair. Oh, fancy wooden chair. With the handles. It's the queen's chair. I want to call it. Like all over here. Now Now, welcome to the stream. And the fire. I don't know about the fire dance and shit, but I mean, the fire department is semi. Jump the fire while you can. No. Could have used an arch welder. See that? And cross my legs. See. Y'all know any campfire stories? Doubt it. This is where you listen to like those spooky stories, right? Duke, what are you doing? Hold on. Fucking football. All right, hold on just a second. Let me get something. Wait. We're back. Let's get y'all closer. So this is where you tell the spooky stories, right? Then there would be fire. What? No. That's not this stream. Okay. Let's see. Let me look it up. Remember the spooky stories to tell in the dark? Remember those when you're growing up? I know if you're fucking live here, you know what I'm talking about. You ready for that? Google it and read it. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay. This one's called When She Saw Him, She Screamed and Ran. Y'all ready? It's a campfire story, right? So it's called Something Was Wrong. One morning, John Sullivan found himself walking along a street downtown. He could not explain what he was doing there, or how he got there, or where he had been earlier. He didn't even know what time it was. He saw a woman walking toward him and stopped her. "I'm afraid I forgot my watch," she said, and smiled. "Can you tell me the time?" When she saw him, she screamed and ran. Then John Sullivan noticed that other people were afraid of him. When they saw him coming, they were frightened themselves against building and ran across the street to stay out of his way. "There must be something wrong with me," John Sullivan thought. "I'd better go home." He hailed a taxi, but the driver took one look at him and sped away. John Sullivan did not understand what was going on, and it scared him. "Maybe somebody at home can come and get me," he thought. He found a telephone and called his wife, but a voice he did not recognize answered. "Is this Miss Sullivan there?" he asked. "No, she is at a funeral," the voice said. I'm a small city near Boston. Half the men are named John Sullivan. Ambient, what's up? What's up? Reading scary stories to tell in the dark. Okay. The voice said, "Mr. Sullivan was killed yesterday in an accident downtown." What the fuck? This doesn't even give me the whole story. This pisses me off. I'm trying to scare y'all. Something that's gonna work. It's definitely fall-like and cool. Yes, it's fall out here. Let's see. Too much fucking wine, people. Always with you. Okay, let me do this again. Oh, wait. Okay, so hold on a second. Give me the whole story. I'm really irritated now. The fuck? Like, dude, he used to fucking read this shit when I was younger. What is shit? Okay, let's see. It's not letting me pull it up. But maybe we can do a YouTube. You know, they always put those on YouTube, right? Complete audiobook right here. what it says.
Something was wrong. One morning, John Sullivan found himself walking along a street downtown. He could not explain what he was doing there, or how he got there, or where he had been earlier. He didn't even know what time it was. He saw a woman walking toward him and stopped her. "I'm afraid I forgot my watch," he said, and smiled. "Can you tell me the time?" When she saw him, she screamed and ran. Then
get away from the fire.
Sullivan noticed that other people were afraid of him. When they saw him coming, they flattened themselves against a building or ran across the street to stay out of his way. "There must be something wrong with me," John Sullivan thought. "I'd better go home." He hailed a taxi, but the driver took one look at him and sped away. John Sullivan did not understand what was going on, and it scared him. "Maybe somebody at home can come and get me," he thought. He found a telephone and called his wife, but a voice he did not recognize answered. "Is Mrs. Sullivan there?" he asked. "No, she is at a funeral," the voice said. "Mr. Sullivan was killed yesterday in an accident downtown." The wreck. Fred and Jean went to the same high school, but they met for the first time at the Christmas dance. Fred had come by himself, and so had Jean. Soon, Fred decided that Jean was one of the nicest girls he had ever met. They danced together most of the evening. At 11 o'clock, Jean said, "I have to leave now. Can you give me a ride?" "Sure," he said. "I've got to go home, too." "I accidentally drove my car into a tree on my way over here," Jean said. "I guess I wasn't paying attention." Fred drove her to the head of Brady Road. It was in a neighborhood he didn't know very well. "Why don't you drop me off here?" Jean said. "The road up ahead is in really bad condition. I can walk from here." Fred stopped the car and held out some tinsel. "Have some," he said. "I got it at the dance." "Thank you," she said. "I'll put it in my hair." And she did. "Would you like to go out sometime to a movie or something?" Fred asked. "That would be fun," Jean said. After Fred drove off, he realized that he did not know Jean's last name or her telephone number. "I'll go back," he thought. "The road can't be that bad." He drove slowly down Brady Road through a thick woods, but there wasn't a sign of Jean. As he came around a curve, he saw the wreckage of a car ahead. It had crashed into a tree and had caught fire. Smoke was still rising from it. As Fred made his way to the car, he could see someone trapped inside, crushed against the steering column. It was Jean. In her hair was the Christmas tinsel he had given her.
Well, shit. I gotta turn this around a little bit. Because, I'm starting to actually fucking burn up, to be honest with you. Ooh, a little too crispy for me. Even the devil himself couldn't say that wasn't hot enough for him. Woo! Ooh, a spooky story. Doo-doo-doo. I wonder what else is. Maybe one more, right?
One Sunday morning, Ida always went to the 7 o'clock Sunday morning service at her church. Usually she heard the clanging of the church bells while she was eating breakfast.
Who don't like some spooky stories?
But this morning she heard them while she was still in bed. "That means I'm late," she thought. Ida jumped out of bed, quickly dressed, and left without eating or looking at the clock. It was still dark outside, but it usually was dark at this time of year. Ida was the only one on the street. The only sounds she heard were the clatter of her shoes on the pavement. Everybody must already be in church, she thought.
Mm.
Ida took a
shit.
shortcut through the cemetery. Then she quietly slipped into the church and found a seat. The service had already begun. When she caught her breath, Ida looked around. The church was filled with people she had never seen before. But the woman next to her did look familiar. Ida smiled at her. It's Josephine Kerr, she thought. But she's dead. She died a month ago. Suddenly, Ida felt uneasy. She looked around again. As her eyes began to adjust to the dim light, Ida saw some skeletons in suits and dresses.
Yikes.
This is a service for the dead, Ida thought. Everybody here is dead, except me. Ida noticed that some of them were staring at her. They looked angry, as if she had no business there. Josephine Kerr leaned toward her and whispered, "Leave right after the benediction, if you care for your life."
Oh no.
When the service came to an end, the minister gave his blessing. "The Lord bless you and keep you," he said. "The Lord make his face to shine upon you." Ida grabbed her coat and walked quickly toward the door. When she heard footsteps behind her, she glanced back. Several of the dead were coming toward her. Others were getting up to join them. "The Lord lift up his countenance to you," the minister went on. Ida was so frightened she began to run. Out the door she ran, with a pack of shrieking ghosts at her heels. "Get out!" one of them screamed. Another shouted, "You don't belong here!" and ripped her coat away. As Ida ran through the cemetery, a third grabbed the hat from her head. "Don't come back!" it screamed, and shook its arm at her. By the time Ida reached the street, the sun was rising, and the dead had disappeared. Did this really happen? Ida asked herself.
I think it really is.
Have I been
Scary
dreaming?
story.
That afternoon, one of Ida's friends brought over her coat and hat, or what was left of them. They had been found in the cemetery, torn to shreds. Sounds. The house was near the beach. It was a big old place where nobody had lived for years.
Oh shit.
From time to time,
Okay. I'll stop. Fuckity. You know what I always wanted to do? I always wanted to ride a plane at nighttime. That would be cool. Ooh, the fire's getting bigger, y'all. Oh no. You like the scary stories? Did it spook anybody on here? Y'all. That's that southern accent. Hey. Hanging out with y'all out here is better than getting smacked in the face. Thanks. What else should we do? It's still Friday. And the fire is still going high. Look. With the blowtorch. Let's see. I always liked those old timey stories. Okay, there was a radio station on my when I was traveling and I would visit my certain family members and stuff, in different areas, if hours drive out, I don't know if you've heard of this radio show. I don't know if people listen to it anymore. And it was called Suspense. Okay. It wasn't on a public radio station. And it would have suspenseful stories on there. If I'm driving for a long period of time, that's what I put on my radio. I just put it on there, It was the band. Hear it? Football game out there at the high school. If you're out in this neighborhood, which I know you are, and sometimes you turn into my stream, maybe you should stop by. A couple people said, yeah, but they didn't stop. This is okay. Oh, I don't have no people friends except online. It's awful. But yes, have you ever heard of that little show called Suspense? Google it. You have to look at that one. I ain't gonna do this mind stuff on here at the moment. We're drinking wine tonight, so it's no go. Brandeis. Okay, so let's see. Like, how you gotta type in is suspense stories. The after dinner story. It's like an old timey radio story from way back when. Just don't ask how I know. Here, I'll write it. Here. A spooky night for us, y'all. Suspense. I don't even know what this one is. The after dinner story is what it's called. Hey, we're at a campfire. Anything goes.
This is the Man in Black, here again to introduce Columbia's program, Suspense. With us in Hollywood tonight as star is Mr. Otto Kruger, whose career on the screen and on the stage has afforded him a precisely equal number of appearances as a character on the right and on the wrong side of the law.
Shows it.
Whether the man Mr. Kruger portrays tonight is devil or saint, we shall leave for you to judge when the play is over. It is called After Dinner Story. The author is Cornell Woolrich. The radio adapter, Robert L. Richards.
It's good to listen to stories.
And so, with the performance of Otto
Sometimes.
Kruger as Mr. Hardecker, who told this extraordinary after-dinner story, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
Dun, dun, dun. Old school, people. Old school.
Mr. Hardecker's residence? I believe I'm expected for dinner.
Your name, sir?
Kenshaw.
Very good, sir. Mr. Hardecker? Mr. Kenshaw, sir.
Ah, number one. Good evening, Mr. Kenshaw.
Is this where Mr. Hardecker lives? My name is Lambert.
Mr. Hardecker? Mr. Lambert.
Number two.
My name is
You
Prendergast.
fix me that.
Mr. Hardecker? Mr. Prendergast.
Number three. Mackenzie's the name.
Mr. Hardecker? Mr. Mackenzie.
Number four.
Da-da-da-da.
1, 2, 3, 4. So you're all here, gentlemen?
Yes.
Then suppose we go into dinner. After dinner, I shall tell you why you are here, what I have
Yeah,
in
like,
mind.
if you're gonna
In fact,
YouTube
I
it,
shall
this
tell
is
you
it
in the
right
form
here.
of a story, a sort of after-dinner
It's
story.
called You Are Listening to Suspense. It's actually a real series they had on at one point in time. Wait.
Well, gentlemen, did you enjoy your dinner?
Yeah, well,
And then, if you'll excuse me for just a moment, I have certain instructions to give the servants, and after that I shall rejoin you. I shan't be long.
Certainly. Well, what did that crack mean?
Oh,
Certain instructions to the servant.
How should I know?
I don't like the looks of the whole thing. Why all the mystery?
Well, I suggest that you have patience, Mr.
I could get more wine. I'll be right back.
Really intends to tell us
It's fucking Friday.
Yeah. And another thing. I don't eat in those fancy Park Avenue joints as a room myself.
Here,
But
enjoy
I've seen
the
them in
fire with the
movies.
meat.
They always pass the food around to everybody. They don't bring it out of the kitchen already on your plate and just hand it to you.
What possible difference can that make?
Well, I don't know, but I know it ain't right.
No, none of it's right.
Why does a man invite four perfect strangers to dinner? What is this thing he has in mind for us he keeps talking about?
Well, all I know, he says he'll make it worth our while, and I can use a little of that worth your while stuff the way business has been lately.
Obviously, the connection between us is that we were all in that elevator a year ago. Oh, what of it? There's no mystery about that. The police cleared that up the very next day.
Maybe Mr. Hardiker doesn't think so. Sorry to have kept you, gentlemen. Now, suppose we get down to business.
Mr. Hardiker, none of us wish to seem rude, but we were just wondering what this business is all about.
You have come to the obvious conclusion, of course, that it has to do with my son.
Well, yeah. I don't see why we're all sorry, naturally, but that's all over and done with.
Yes,
And
almost. But there are one or two little details that I thought you gentlemen might help me to clarify.
Oh, sure. Oh, well.
Fine. Well, then, if you don't mind, I know you must remember most of it, but it's almost a year ago. I'd like to go over the whole story from the beginning.
Well, that's all right.
Well, it was just before 5 in the afternoon on August 30th of last year when the matter which concerns us here this evening had its beginning. And on that day, at that time, all four of you, perfect strangers, who had never seen each other before in your lives, found yourselves, for personal and business reasons of your own, on various floors of the Norfolk building in Midtown Manhattan, waiting for the express elevator to take you to the lobby.
Make it like the fire
The first
and
passengers were on the 21st floor.
shit.
21, going down, please. Express car, going down.
There are now 3 men in the elevator. The operator, Mr. Kenshaw and Mr. Lambert, who had gotten on at the 21st
Let's see my
floor.
chat.
18, going down, please. Face the doors, please. Going down.
Now there are 5 men in the car. Mr. Prendergast and Mr. Mackenzie had entered the elevator at the 18th floor.
15, express car to the lobby. Going down, please.
Say hello to Eleanor for me. You bet. Bye, Dad. Bye. 6 men in the elevator. The last to
6
enter,
men in
I
the
had accompanied
elevator.
to the elevator door myself.
Oh shit.
He was my son. These things drop pretty fast. Too fast for me.
Hey, this baby is moving.
We make it float. Sorry, I didn't mean to mute it so much. The weirdness of people. I'm trying. Hold on. Let me concentrate. Oh, what the fuck happened to the sound there a minute ago? Neighbors outside. It makes me kind of nervous. You keep it playing.
Not now. This man is dead.
Dead? Oh, but he can't be. Look here, my lad, you don't seem to realize that you've come through a pretty serious accident. No, but he can't be dead. We heard him talking just a few minutes ago, isn't that right? Yes, I heard him. Well, sure, he was talking. It was here in the dark. He said something about being glad his father wasn't on this elevator. I can't help what he said or what you heard him say.
Sorry, I
This
caught that at the
man
last
is
moment.
dead.
Noise. Like I said, I'm
My
drinking,
son
so it
would
doesn't
survive
work as
the
well.
original accident without a bad
It
injury
doesn't
or
work when
death.
you're low when you're drinking.
You gentlemen were well fortunate. You lived.
This does.
5 days later, you four met again at the police headquarters. About
This does.
2:30 on a Friday afternoon.
Happy fucking
The
Friday.
last to arrive was Mr. Lambert.
Here, Mr. Lambert.
I've gotten better, Mrs. Mouse.
Hello there.
Hey, how's the leg?
I've gotten
Lambert?
so much better.
I'm Chief Inspector McMahon. We'll just take a
You
seat
gotta
there.
concentrate.
Well, we all here now? Mr. Kenshaw, Mr. Pendergast, Mr. McKenzie, Mr. Lambert. Yes, sir. Well, now, as I told each of you over the phone, I won't keep you very long. I just wanted to ask a few routine questions about that business of the elevator the other day.
What's the matter? Something phony about it?
Not for our money. It's an open and shut case. Suicide.
Suicide?
Yeah. You mean the operator wanted to bump himself up so he could... No, not the operator. He died of a fractured skull. Young Hardiker, we're interested in. Father's been
Folks.
raising a row, so we said we'd investigate. But
I still don't get
well, Wesley Hardiker was
Close.
killed by a .32 caliber bullet.
It's not as
through the
good
heart.
when I'm drunk.
You mean he killed himself right in that car with all of us in the room?
He
Not
was shot
kidding.
when he
It's not as
walked in,
good.
and he was dead when we brought him out. Unless one of you killed him.
Oh, no.
Any of you know him?
No.
Well, then there you are. Even the father had to admit that as far as he knew, his son had never seen any of you before in his life.
But it don't make sense.
What don't make sense?
Well, I mean, a guy shooting himself in an elevator with 4 other people that nobody didn't even know it.
Did any of you hear the shot?
Not before they started the blowtorches. I can swear to that. Couldn't have heard one anyway.
Yeah, see?
Hey, wait a minute.
Did you hear something?
No. But Mackenzie, remember I said when I was laying on the floor of the elevator that I thought I saw a spark from one of those blowtorches that went across the car instead of falling down?
That's right. Anybody else see it?
The blowtorches were absolutely blinding. You couldn't see a...
How about you, Mr. Kenshaw?
I'm afraid that I fainted or something silly like that. I'm not a very strong person.
Well, it was probably the gunshot, all right. Nothing very mysterious about it. The gun belonged to young Hardiker, license in his name, and had only his own fingerprints on it.
Well,
It gets worse.
maybe I shouldn't ask, but why did he do it?
The official verdict is suicide while of unsound mind.
He seemed all right. He talked to us perfectly sensibly just before it happened.
Just goes to show. You never can tell, can you?
Oh, he'd always been nervous and highly strung. We got that out of his father. The strain of being down in that black pit was just too much for him, that's all.
Oh, but what a terrible thing to break down just as we were about to be rescued.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Happy
Boys seem to have
fucking
everything to live
Friday.
for, too. But we find that sort of thing all the time.
We have a fire
Noise,
going
I
over here.
suppose. I've read of cases of nervous breakdown caused by noise.
Yeah, that's
Blech.
it. Well, I guess I don't need to keep you gentlemen any longer.
Not to do the dishes and hit the hay.
Don't worry. One of you had
And I
anything to do with
tried-
it, you'd be back in the cell
Mrs.
right
Mouse. Oh, I have like excited.
was
I
almost a
actually
year
cleared my
ago.
space, so when you
Last
do come
week,
down
did
to
you ever receive
Ohio,
a phone call
I
from
make
me?
time for you.
I can well understand and sympathize with the fact that you were
And I
somewhat
take you out
astonished,
on the
perhaps
town.
a little suspicious of what you heard.
Yes,
I
I
don't
take
doubt
you out
that
on the
most of you
town.
debated at some length in your mind the advisability of accepting my invitation at all.
Shit.
You, for instance, Mr. Mackenzie, you are married, as I remember. I imagine that you talked quite seriously with your wife about the whole affair. I phoned your home, I believe, at about 8:30 last Monday evening. Yes?
I already knew.
This is Mr. Mackenzie speaking.
Please stop this stuff.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't seem to place you.
We're at a bonfire thing going on here. That's
Well,
what we got going.
frankly, I don't see the point. You don't know.
Fucking story is pathetic. It's actually kind of boring when you're not driving. Driving is a different story. Maybe we should watch a movie. I just thought like stories would be good around a fire, like a bonfire. That's the whole point. You hear the band playing in the background? Like shit. All right, so I don't know. Fucking people, dude. Ugh. Don't you just think you say, hey, come join your ass. No, then nobody comes there and they're like, oh shit. Ah! How does she know? Motherfucker, just come over here and sit by the fire with us. Fucking stream. But no. What he does. It's a shame. Okay, so we're gonna see what the fuck. Okay, so why did I make that big? What the fuck was I thinking? We're gonna pull up a YouTube. You know that they're talking about this Ring of Fire solar eclipse thingy, which is really strange because they said it's in October, and my birthday is like a 7-day marking period for that Ring of Fire. Like it begins, and on the 7th day it ends on my birthday, which is the 20th. It was so weird. But it's so cool. So I can see it from a birthday, on my telescope. Yeah, I thought I'd share. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Let's put some YouTubies on. During our fire here. Let me share my stream. Welcome to Miss Dobbs' bitch's world, where nothing is as it seems and everything is as it seems it is. That's the damn truth. Didn't scare shit, did I, y'all? I tried, it didn't work. Oh shit, okay, this might be scary.
You're on a Carnival Cruise Amber Cove. 3 generations of Clifton standing hand in hand, ready to push off.
Nobody cares. Here we go. Humpty. boring. He's fucking boring. Okay, what the fuck happened here? I feel like we got cut off from the stream. What the what? I think we did. What was that? Oh shit. Deer Bush is on. A bunch of people on here. Shit. Let's click on Deer Bush real quick. I don't even know. You know what? No. This is my fucking stream. Fuck this shit. Okay, so like we're at a fire. Just tuning in. We are streaming a fire. We were listening to something, but then it got really boring. I was like, "This is stupid." Let's see. One more spooky story for the campfire. Is that right? Let's do that. All right. One more.
Somebody would force open a window or a door and spend the night there, but never longer.
Campfire
Three
stories.
fishermen, caught in a storm, took shelter there one night. With some dry wood they found inside, they made a fire in the fireplace. They lay down on the floor and tried to get some sleep, but none of them slept that night. First they heard footsteps upstairs. It sounded like there were several people moving back and forth, back and forth. When one of the fishermen called, "Who's up there?"
Oh. Who the fuck is up there?
Then they heard a woman scream. The scream turned into a groan and died away. Blood began to drip from the ceiling into the room where the fishermen huddled. A small red pool formed on the floor and soaked into the wood. A door upstairs crashed shut, and again a woman screamed. "Not me!" she cried. It sounded as if she was running, her high heels tapping wildly down the hall. "I'll get you!" a man shouted, and the floor shook as he chased her. Then, silence. There wasn't a sound until the man who had shouted began to laugh. Long peals of horrible laughter
What happened?
filled the house. It went on and on until the fishermen thought they would go mad. When finally it stopped, the fishermen heard someone coming down the stairs, dragging something heavy that bumped on each step. They heard him drag it through the front hall and out the front door. The door opened, then it slammed shut. Again, silence. Suddenly, a flash of lightning filled the house with a green blaze of light. A ghastly face stared at the fishermen from the hallway.
Holy fuck.
Then
This is
came
actually
a
kinda creepy.
crash of thunder. Terrified, they ran out into the storm.
Yeah, have a good night, Ambience.
A weird
Hugs to you,
blue light.
dear friend.
Late one night in October 1864, a Confederate blockade runner slipped by some Union gunboats at
Maybe
the entrance
slip
to
out of here
Galveston Bay in Texas
and go
and
fishing
made it safely
in
to
the
port
dark.
with its cargo of food and other necessities.
May not
Louis
be
Billings,
stopping at
the
a
master of
you
the
know
small
where I'll
vessel,
be at.
was
Oh,
getting
yeah,
ready
I'll
to
come
weigh
see you.
anchor when he was startled by a shriek
Thanks
from
for
one of
coming
the
in,
crew.
Miss Mouse.
A
Mr. Soap.
strange old-fashioned
Yeah,
schooner with a big
have a good
black
night.
flag was rushing down at us, Billings said later. She was afire with a sort of weird,
I'll be
pale
driving over
blue
there
light
to see you,
that
Mrs.
lighted up
Mouse.
every nook and cranny of her. The crew was pulling at the ropes and doing other work, and they paid us no attention, didn't even glance our way. They all had ghastly, bleeding wounds, but their faces and eyes were those of dead men. The man who had shrieked had fallen to his knees, his teeth chattering as he gasped out a prayer. Overcoming my own terror that was chilling the very marrow of my bones, I rushed forward, shouting to the others as I ran. Suddenly, the schooner vanished before my eyes. Some
I can
say
hear you.
that it was the ghost of Jean Lafitte's pirate ship, Pride, that sank off Galveston Island in 1821 or 1822. She was seen again in 1892 in the same waters with the same crew. Somebody fell from aloft. I had signed on as an ordinary seaman on the Falls of Ettrick, a merchant ship bound for England. First time I saw that ship, I knew her right away. She was the old Gertrude Spurshoe. I'd sailed on her years before when she was painted brown and gold. Now she was painted black and had a new name, but it was the same ship for sure. We had a pretty good crew for that voyage, except for one hard-looking ticket named McLaren. He was a pretty good seaman, but there was something about him that I didn't trust. He was kind of secretive, kept mostly to himself. One day, somebody told him that I had worked on the old Gertrude. For some reason, he got all a tremble over that. Then I catched him giving me all these ugly black looks as if he was itching to knife me in the back.
Uh-oh.
I guessed it had something to do with the Gertrude, but I didn't know what. Well, this one day we was trying to work our way through a dripping black fog. You'd scarcely know we had all the lights on, and it was dead calm. There wasn't a breath of fresh air. The ship just lay there, wallowing in a
wish there
trough,
was somebody to take me out of this fucking
going
bus.
nowheres. I was standing my watch around midships, and McLaren was doing his trick at the wheel. The rest of the crew was scattered around one place or another. It was quiet as could be. Then, all at once, wacko! This thing hits the deck right in front of McLaren. He lets go a screech that turns my blood cold, and he falls down in a faint. The second mate starts yelling that somebody has fallen from aloft. Laying out there, just forward of the wheel, was someone or something dressed in oilskins with blood oozing out from underneath. The captain ran and fetched a big light from his cabin so he could see who it was. They kinda straightened him out to get a good look at his face. He was a big, ugly-looking devil, but nobody knew who he was or what he was doing up there. At least, nobody was saying. When McLaren came to from his faint, they tried to get something out of him.
An open invitation.
All he did was jabber away and keep rolling those big, wild-looking eyes like his. Everybody was getting more and more excited. We all wanted to heave the body overboard as quick as we could.
I'll be out and about.
There was something weird about it, as if it wasn't real. But the captain wasn't so sure about getting rid of it that way.
And if
Could
you
it
ever
be
want
a
to meet me
stowaway,
in
he
person,
asked. But the ship was so filled with lumber we were carrying, there was no space where a living thing could hide for 3 weeks, which is how long we
Look
had been
for
out.
me.
Even if it was a stowaway, what was it
Find
that went
me.
aloft on such a dirty day? There was no reason for anybody to be up there. There was nothing to see. Finally, the captain gave up and told us to heave him overboard. Then nobody would touch
Free
him.
me.
The mate ordered us to pick him up, but nobody made a move. Then he tried coaxing, but that didn't do any good. Suddenly, that loony McLaren starts yelling, "I handled him once, and I can handle
Because
him
there's a
again."
specific
He picks
person
up the body and staggers over to the
I
railing
am
with it.
missing.
He is just about to throw it overboard when it wraps its two big long arms around him, and over they go together. Then, on the way down, one of them starts laughing in a horrible way. The mates are yelling to launch a boat, but nobody would get into a boat, not on a night like that.
Nobody
We threw a
specific,
couple of
actually.
life preservers after him, but
Find
everybody
me.
knew they wouldn't help. So that was that. Or was it? The first chance I had to go home after that, I went right over to see old Captain Spurshoe, who was captain when the Gertrude was around. "Well," he says, "one trip these two outlandish men shipped aboard the Gertrude. One was McLaren, the other was a really big fella. The big one was always picking on McLaren and thumping him around. And McLaren was always talking about how he would get back at him.
I don't know who
Well,
you are.
This wet, dirty night, the two of them was up there alone. And the big one come flying down, killed himself, deader than a herring.
Or you see my
says the
stream.
foot rope
I
they
know.
were using parted, and how he almost fell himself. But everybody
Stop.
who saw
Say
that
hello.
rope knew she didn't give away on her own.
Don't be a stranger.
She had been cut through with a knife. After that, whenever we came into port, McLaren thought we were going to get the
Please
police
don't.
after him, and he'd get pretty scared. But we couldn't prove anything, so we didn't try. In the end, I guess the big fella took care of things in his own way. If he was a ghost that came back, that's what he was. If there be things like ghosts.
Okay. So now we're near the end of my stream now. Because it's getting late. So this, I will say, good night. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. For may your dreams come true. May you be happy. In an unsecluded world of undeniable things. May your life be full of happiness. Be good. I'll see you soon.